quinoa with some green beans and chicken.
Yes.
This is a delicious and healthy meal, and Hope will be with me to help me cook it.
Yes. Hi guys. Welcome to another edition of Hope Healthy Living, and I'm so happy to be doing this with you. We have a beautiful apron that I made with your help, and now we're going to cook quinoa. Quinoa is a very rich grain, rich in protein and fiber, and it's also less carbohydrate than the rice, right?
Yeah.
So this is a healthier version for you. Of course, you still want your rice from time to time, but adding quinoa to your diet, it's a better way, right? For healthy living, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are going to show you two ways of doing this, vegetarian style, and if you like meat, we're going to cook quinoa with this chicken. So when we come back, we are going to start, right?
Yep.
Okay guys, so now we are going to start cooking our quinoa.
We already have some water boiling here.
Yes, and I like to cook this one just like rice because we are going to eat with some chicken and some vegetable. And so I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of oil. Any oil will do. There. And I also like to put a little bit of spices. This is just lemon and chili spice. So I'm just gonna put 1, 2, and 3 teaspoons. So this will give my quinoa a little bit of flavor. And this
is some Italian seasoning.
Yes, and I'm just going to put 1, 2, and 3 teaspoons. Okay. And I'm going to stir a little bit.
If you want your quinoa to cook well, you want to have it boiling before you add in the quinoa so it takes less time.
Yes. And if you are doing your quinoa to eat, let's say like a salad, then you have to toast it. But if you're cooking to eat with vegetable, the way that we do, like how we eat with rice, you really don't have to toast the quinoa. So this is just my way of doing it. Okay. And
we
now,
already washed the quinoa and rinsed it before we put it in, so
yes,
it's kind of moist.
Good. And like I said, it was 1 cup of water, 2 cups of quinoa. Okay. And it's boiling, and we're going to put the lid on. When it starts cooking for 5 minutes, we are going to turn the heat down to medium, and then we'll move on to the chicken when we come back.
Okay guys, so here we have some oil.
Okay, so we're going to start cooking the chicken, and this is 1 tablespoon, 2, and 3. I try not to use too much oil in my cooking, so this is good. So now we are going to put in our chicken. I think it's hot. I like to season the chicken after it's cooked. It's just my way of doing
that
it.
Nice sizzle. You
Yes.
want to be careful with the oil.
Yes.
You want to spread it all around so it doesn't spark.
Yes. So this is teaching Paul how to cook, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and when we come back, we're going to flip it, right?
Yep.
So we let it cook for about 5 minutes.
Okay guys, so this is really sizzling as you can hear, and it's been long enough. Oh wow, that looks so good.
Yes.
Look at that golden brown. You want it to be white mostly, but also a little golden brown.
There she is doing it like a pro. Good job. And now we're going to let it cook again for another 5 minutes.
We love that golden brown
Yes.
look. It is scrumptious looking.
Okay guys, so now Paul is going to check our chicken. Can you go ahead?
Let's check this one.
Yes. And so we cook
Ooh, it's
golden brown.
Golden brown.
Yes.
Perfectly.
Yes. So you cook for 7 minutes on each side, which is what we did. As you can see, it's golden brown. And now we are going to add some seasoning. And so let's go. This is the time to add my garlic because now we are going to spice it up and cook for another 5 minutes, and then our chicken will be ready, okay? And here,
just to infuse the flavor.
yes, and here I'm going to do this, and you're
Our
going,
Italian seasoning.
yes, great. And because we want to spice it up on both sides, so we are going to flip it, okay? Good. And at this time, you can start flipping. And now we're going to repeat the process since we want to flavor both sides. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, our chicken is ready. I'm going to put a drop of water. At this time, you can put water or broth if you want, but this is just to add a little bit of sauce. So you really, there you go. Look at that. Are you hungry?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay. So this is ready. That's enough sauce because we're going to do green beans and mushrooms. So this is good. Now we're going to turn off the stove. And we're going to check our quinoa here if the camera guy can come closer. Thank you, cameraman. Great. And now we're going to check our quinoa.
Wow, it expanded like almost double.
Yes, and it's been cooking for 15 minutes. And you know that your quinoa is done when it's so fluff, right? Just use a fork and fluff it like this. Ooh, as you can see, this is great. So now when we come back, we're going to be doing some vegetables, green beans and mushroom.
Okay guys, so now I'm gonna do the green beans.
Okay.
So we have our green beans here already.
Clean, wash,
Pre-prepared.
yes,
And I also have about 1/4 cup of water.
yes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first add my water in.
Yes.
And
Good.
now for the green beans.
Yes. And you know, it depends how much green beans you want. So, few more minutes. It takes about, 5 minutes for your green beans to cook. As you can see, it's been 5 minutes and our green beans is cooked. You can see that there's no more water.
It looks so delicious.
Yes, and you want it al dente. And I don't need to drain my green beans. I like to leave it like that. And I'm going to move here and start cooking the mushroom and some pepper.
Okay guys, now we're going to make our mushrooms and our bell peppers.
Yes. And because quinoa can be bland, so we need to have a lot of vegetable. So you are going to taste it and it will be really nice. And so I put 2 teaspoons of oil here. Can you help me with the onions right there?
Here are our onions.
Yes. Good. Ooh, hear that sizzling going on.
You want to let your onions sweat.
Yes. You can see our onion is browning, so now it's time to put my mushroom. And I'll let it cook for a few more minutes, and then we're going to add some pepper. So the pepper is really the last step for me. And as you can see, our mushroom is cooked out.
So nicely brown.
Yes, and this is the time to add the pepper. Why? Because these peppers can be eaten raw, so really we don't need to cook it
Too long.
Yes, and also because when you cook too long, it changes the color and you don't have that, vibrant color that you want in your sauce.
Yeah.
And a lot of time, I used to watch chef cook and I was like, why is the chef meal so, colorful? But well, it's because they put the condiment in batches. So this is one tip, folks, when you are cooking. And now we're going to season it a little bit. Today my seasoning really is lime and chili, so we want to add a little bit more heat to this, right? And I do like my Italian spices.
So delicious.
Yes, it looks delicious. And this time I have flaky red chili, so that will give it even a little bit of heat, right? Good job. You're doing great. When we come back, we're going to show you how we present our plate. Don't go away. Okay, guys, we have come to our favorite moment, which is eating, right?
Yep.
So our quinoa is ready, as you can see, nicely fluffed. So this is when you know that your quinoa is well cooked. It has to open. These are seeds, so they open up. So now we are going to serve to start. This is the vegetarian plate that I'm going to do for Pearl. So you're going to put your quinoa. Vegetarian is without the meat, so we're going to get a bunch of this delicious vegetable. Great. And we are going to add some green beans, right? Yes. And these are flavorful, but also packed with nutrients. You see the mushroom? They are full of minerals, so you want that. So now I'm going to use a different, here. I'm going to get some green beans right here and put it here. Is this enough for you, Paul?
Yeah, that looks good.
Good. And we're going to top it off with some nuts. You want it on the side? That's
we have some
fine.
dried cranberry here and
Yes.
some almonds.
Good. And now I'm going to serve my quinoa. I do like to have some chicken. So this is how I'm going to serve it. This is really delicious, and you can do this maybe twice a week. Substitute, instead of cooking rice, cook some quinoa for your family. Great. And now I'm going to put 1 or 2 pieces of chicken for myself. Again, the way we do this chicken, you really don't need deep fried chicken after you do this, right? Okay, guys, so now we're going to taste it. And if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, right? And check out more healthy videos, right? Great. Let me try. That chicken, it's moist, it's delicious, and I love it with the sweet pepper and onion, right? And do not hesitate to try this simple, healthy recipe. And we're going to see you in our next video.
Bye.
Great.